I can honestly say that I have not once in my life taken a good school photo, passport photo, license photo, or any type of formal photo until now. And I had just kind of accepted the fact that it was never gonna happen for me. Like every school photo, I feel like it was always on the worst day. Like, is it just me, or every time there was a school photo, it was like you came to school unprepared and just wasn't ready for the photo, and then it always showed in the results of that photo. Those photos they always did me dirty. I was able to recently take this license photo, and guys, like, I don't even want to show you the before picture, but I will. This is the before, this is the after. You do the math. I don't even look like the same person. Like, it's kind of crazy to me, but today I'm gonna do the exact same makeup, the exact same tutorial that I did for taking my new ID photo. And I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of tips and tricks that I did that really helped me on my photo. Like, there's things you have to know going into it that can really make your photo better. Like, you need to go to the mirror, you need to practice, you need to know your angles, and there's a couple of tips that will really help you out that I'm gonna give you at the end, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's get started on the makeup. I'm breaking out so badly right now. Like, I've just been stressed out, and this is the result. Okay, step one is primer. I never used to use primer when I was younger. This is the e.l.f. Luminous Matte Makeup Primer. I never used to wear primer, and my makeup would literally just disappear into my skin. Like, after an hour or so of wearing it, it would literally just go away. It would evaporate. Next up, concealer. Of course, this is the Tarte Shape Tape. And guys, this concealer, there's a reason why everyone is like up this concealer's ass. Like, there's a reason why the people love this concealer. It's because it works so well. I just got this little tester size from Ulta the other day, and it's really just changed my life. I use the color Tan Deep Honey. It's a good one. The DMV is the worst place ever. So already I feel like we're at a disadvantage when going in to take this photo. Like, it's already a stressful environment that no one likes to be in. I feel like, honestly, that's a big part of why our photos are coming out badly. Like, they need to do a whole setup. They need to be playing some music, have you loosen up a bit. Like, I'm not a fan of just the flash in your face. 1 second, no time to redo it. They don't even let you look at it. Well, the guy actually let me look at my photo this time, which was so nice. He totally did not have to do that, but I was like, let me see it. And he totally did. I was like peeking over the counter at my photo. I didn't end up retaking it. I was just like, okay, that's fine. Like, I could barely see, and I just told him that it was fine. Okay, I'm gonna now conceal a little bit more just on some of the blemishes that I have. Like I said, I'm breaking out really badly. Like, I don't even know what's going on, and applying this makeup is not gonna help. So I just use my finger to blend because I like the way it looks, and it works well, and it warms up your product. And yeah, that's why I use my finger. Okay, so concealer is done. Honestly, that really took us from a 2 to a 10 already. So far so good. Next, I'm gonna do my brows. I usually fill my brows in with a powder, so using a pencil like this is definitely more difficult. Honestly, I might have to use a brush for today because that did not go how I wanted it to. Honestly, you guys, makeup for people who aren't the best at makeup is really just all about trial and error. Just keep going. Like, sometimes when I'm doing my makeup, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Things look crazy. I'm like really not into it, but sometimes you really just gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process and just keep going, write it out, and maybe it'll get better. Also, pro tip, when you're doing your brows, don't do your arch down. Even if your eyes are naturally like arched down, try and flick it out more to the side so it kind of brings your eye up. It's a pro tip. That's what I do, and I like my brows much better when I do that versus when I just follow the shape and go straight down. Okay, brows are done. I don't know how I feel about them at this point. I feel like I definitely do have a pimple in my eyebrow, and it's like not picking up the color, but we're gonna leave that one up to the Lord. Next up, I'm gonna put some powder on. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. I've used so much of this, it's like sad, I need to get a new one. But I'm just gonna put this powder on the other parts of my face, not where I concealed really, but everywhere else. When you're doing your makeup for photography, it's better to have a matte finish than a dewy finish. And that's not saying to like really cake it on. I mean, you can kind of get away with more cakey makeup when you're doing it for a photo, but yeah, definitely don't do a dewy look or you will just be looking greasy. Flash already adds shinier parts of your face, so a dewy finish is kind of just like a recipe for disaster. I also like to bring this down to my neck. Very important, people. Your neck is in the photo too, so don't forget. Okay, next up, I'm gonna do the eyes. For eyes, I like to kind of keep it simple and just do a neutral eye look, but what I try and focus on with my eyes is, once again, pulling everything outward and creating like more of a cat eye kind of look. So I'm gonna be using my very old, oh my god, I don't even want to show this, BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm gonna take the color Control Freak. It's like a nice warm brown on my one eyeshadow brush. Thanks. And I'm just gonna start by like putting that in my outer corner. And then into my crease. Next, I'm gonna take, honestly, I think I'm gonna take either a really dark brown color or a black and just define my crease a little bit more. This whole look is gonna be like mattes, really focused on carving out your features. It's kind of like contouring and highlighting, but instead of highlighting, it's like just concealing, I guess. But yeah, it's really about creating shadows. I'm gonna take that same brown color that we used in the beginning and bring it underneath my eye. I'm gonna take this and just blend everything out just because I want a really subtle, flawless kind of look. Nice, so I think eyes are done for the most part. For contour, I'm gonna be using that same brush that I used just now to blend out my eye. And I'm gonna take a medium brown color. It's called Mocha in this palette, if anyone's wondering. And I'm gonna contour my cheeks. I just like to kind of follow the line of my cheekbone, but I go a little bit above it. And I don't like to do the line too straight. I kind of like curve it up at the end, just a tiny, tiny bit. with contour, one side is always harder to do than the other. I don't know why. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is contour my nose. Nose contour can go so wrong if you don't do it properly. Like I've contoured my nose before and it's made my nose look way bigger than it actually is, which I don't even get. But with your nose contour, you have to be very careful. Just try and go along the side of the bridge of your nose and just, I don't even know what to tell you. Just good luck with your nose contour. I'm editing this video and I just realized that I deleted like half of the makeup footage. But basically all I did was my blush, put some mascara on, and my lipstick. And now let's get into the hair. I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened. I just accidentally deleted it. Yeah, I was out of storage, so desperate measures. Okay, back to the video. It's best to do your slick looks on like freshly washed or co-washed hair. So if I were actually taking this picture again today, I would probably, like when I showered that day, I would probably just put some conditioner in it and brush it out in the shower so that my hair would be super flat and like detangled and would lay on my head really nicely. It's a little bit more difficult with dry hair if you have curly hair because some of the bumps and curls might show through, but that's okay. Oh, let's do our part. So I'm going for a side part. Which side did I do? I don't even remember. This side feels more natural. Kind of test out to see what your part will look like and just play with it until you find the right thing. You can curve it a little if that looks good on you. Okay, I have the part all parted out. So now I'm gonna take my Denman brush and I'm gonna kind of brush my hair out. Not really, but this helps with getting all the bumps out if you use like a paddle brush or a Denman brush. Kind of makes your hair more knotty when you do this because I'm not brushing it all the way through. But if your hair were freshly detangled, you wouldn't have this problem. And if you do have this problem, this is your quick fix. Okay, now I'm gonna get a smoothing brush. I usually use a different one. I actually always use my little brother's brush. His is just so good. This one's a little soft for my taste. Okay, for bun placement, I like my bun at like the top back of my head. Like if it were a diagonal, it'd be going straight up. So that's where I put my buns. I'm gonna take a hair tie and tie it up. Hopefully I don't break this. Can we do another? Ooh, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Okay, moment of truth. Nice. Okay. For the back of my hair, like I said, I really like to do this on wet and detangled hair so you don't have so much hair to work with. But when you do, you can just give it a spray, and I like to twist and wrap. And then I want some of the flyaways, not like this, but I want some of the flyaways to be on top, because when you're taking the picture, at least when I was taking it, I didn't want to be a complete like egghead. So I wanted to have a couple of pieces showing at the top. I think it just makes your sleek look cuter. So we're gonna leave some at the top. I need another hair tie because this is not where I want it. So for these little end pieces, spray them down. You can add a little bit of your styling product. Oh my God, for the picture, I actually used this clip to secure the bun. I just remembered. I literally put this clip in the back of my head. It looks crazy, but I put that clip in the back of my head to secure the bun. I was having the same issues. Now we're gonna use some Eco Styler. This is the argan oil one. I'm gonna just use a teeny tiny bit of that. If you are someone who likes doing your baby hairs, do your baby hairs. I do them occasionally, but I don't feel confident enough in my baby hair skills to make them look good for the photo. And actually, I just didn't feel like doing baby hairs in my look. I wanted a really like slick look, so I went with no baby hairs, but if you want baby hairs, add them in. Okay, now really quickly before I go, let's talk posing tips. I probably should change out of this robe, but I'm not going to. This robe is like a famous robe. It was in the show, if you've seen the show New Girl, Schmidt, I think was his name. The guy who would wear robes, like there's only one. You know who I'm talking about? He wore this exact same robe. I feel like I've seen this robe in a couple shows actually, so this is my like Showtime robe. Anyway, posing tips. So when you're taking this photo, it's really important to not position your face in a weird way. I know a lot of people say to kind of put your chin down, which I do agree with. You can put your chin down. Don't put it down too much though, because you don't want to be like that. A good tip that I like to do is to look above the camera. So if the camera's straight ahead, don't look straight at it. Look a little bit above it. Just find something to look at above it. So you'll be doing more of like a this instead of a this. Do you see the difference? I don't know. I feel like it lifts your face a little. Another tip that I have has to do with your neck and shoulders. I feel like in some pictures, I can look a little bit like tense in my neck and shoulders. So literally when I was at the DMV waiting to take my license photo, I was giving myself a shoulder massage. I'm not even kidding you. I was there like vigorously massaging my shoulders before I took my picture, just because I know that that area for me can get tight. So really just, I mean, it's not gonna really do anything in the moment, but it kind of reminds you to relax, and like, I feel like it'll make your neck look longer, which is important in your photos. So do what you have to do to get your shoulders down and neck nice and long. My last tip is to really just relax. In photos, if you look uncomfortable, if you look tense, it's gonna show through the camera. So you really have to relax, maybe breathe before taking the photo. I know some people like to breathe in but then some people also like to breathe out when they're taking their photos. But just relax. It's honestly at the end of the day, I know I just did all this preparation, but at the end of the day, it's just a photo. So it's not that deep. Relax, trust that you look amazing, and take your photo. I hope that you have an amazing license photo, passport photo, whatever kind of photo. You got this. Believe in yourself. You're hot. Play some music. Pump yourself up. Do what you have to do to make you feel like that bitch, because you are. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like this video and you want to see more. I post new videos every week. You can keep up with me here or on Instagram. Everything will be linked down below, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.